Hi, everybody. Lara Riggio here, your energy trainer, coming to you today with an exercise that can help you overcome any symptoms you may feel after receiving a vaccine. I'm going to share with you a protocol that is a blood cleansing protocol from Chinese medicine. It's called the Cleft Protocol. Now, this protocol is not usually recommended for side effects from vaccines, but I happen to have a very positive reaction from this protocol in relationship to vaccines when I was pregnant. So I was doing the Zclef protocol to help move energy through my system and to cleanse my blood and to move some inflammation out of my lower limbs. A common side effect of being pregnant is that you can accumulate extra water weight below your knees and in your ankles. So I was doing this regularly to move that energy and to move that water weight out of my ankles. And I happened to need to get two separate vaccines. After I received the first one, which was a flu vaccination, I started having symptoms, flu-like symptoms. And I noticed that after I did my usual blood cleansing protocol, that my symptoms were alleviated. So I did it the next morning when I woke up with flu-like symptoms, and again, the symptoms were alleviated. I did it another time when I needed a separate vaccine and had a very similar effect. So I just got my COVID vaccine. I got the Moderna vaccination, and I did start to feel that fatigue and achy joints that come with vaccines often. Now, this protocol, like I said, is not usually used in acupuncture for this, but it is used to help with relief from chronic pain in a lot of areas in the body, but specifically neuromuscularly and at the joints. And if you notice, when you feel flu-like symptoms, often you feel achy joints and maybe achy muscles. So I am giving you a resource that details what each point is known to help with in Chinese medicine. And I'd like you to notice when you do this protocol, and I did it before the vaccine to help move qi and energy through my body and really cleanse my blood prior to the shot. And then I did it several times afterward. Notice if you have any other side effects that are positive for you from doing this protocol to help with symptoms from the vaccine. And then go back and look at the chart on the resource page, which you can find in my blog, and see, oh, wow, this point is actually known to help with this issue. I have that. If that's the case, then you could start to use that specific point and stimulate it regularly to help with whatever that chronic issue is for you. And Chinese acupuncturists often just use tapping or stimulating the specific point to even diagnose issues in specific areas. So if any of these points are tender for you, it means that there's a little bit of stagnation of qi at that point, and it's good to move energy through it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just start, and you're going to follow along with me. Finding some of these points can be a little bit tricky, so I'm just going to share you can use 4 fingers when you're trying to find the point, tapping it and holding it so you'll be sure you get it, okay? Now, I'm going to use my notes here so I be sure I get all these points for you. You're going to start on your right arm, okay? And we're going to start by stimulating a small intestine point. So you're going to go down here below your pinky finger to just under that wrist bone, and then you're going to tap there, okay? And we're just getting some energy through that point so that then when you pause and hold that point and you want to wait for like a heartbeat or a pulse going through that point, and I like to wait for about 5 to 10 pulses, okay? Then you can move to the next point, okay? The next point on the back of the arm here is going to be a triple warmer meridian point. So you're going to go down from the triple warmer finger. This is the line of the meridian, guys. And you're going to go about, I would say, here on the arm. So you can see I am about 2 inches from the wrist here. And you're going to go ahead and tap that point. And then you're going to go ahead and hold that point until you feel pulses. So I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. If I were you, I suggest stopping the video, waiting to see if you feel pulses, and then starting the video again and going to the next point. Okay. Next, we're going to move to a large intestine point. So you're just going to turn your arm this way. The large intestine meridian goes from this finger down, and we're going to hit a point right here about the start of where you see this muscle bulge. Okay. And you're going to actually tap right there. Okay. You can just tap with your whole hand to make sure you get it. And then you're going to pause and you're going to hold that. Okay. So 4 fingers there. And you're going to wait again with this point until you feel strong pulses through the point. And again, you may want to stop this video, wait to feel pulses, and then start it up again. Then you're going to flip your arm over here. Okay. You're going to go on the inside of the arm. On the inside of the arm here, you are going to go next to a lung point. If you go up from the thumb here, this is the lung meridian. And we're going to go pretty high on the arm here. And again, it's right where this muscular junction is. And you're just going to tap that point there. And then you're going to pause and you're going to hold that point. Okay. Now, I've been doing these a lot lately because I just got my vaccine. So because I've been doing them so frequently, my pulses and these in these points are coming up pretty quickly. The more you do this, the faster you will move energy through them. Then the next point is going to be a pericardium point, and you're actually going to move down and in to about this part of the forearm. Tap here. You're only going to tap about 10 times. Okay. Then you're going to pause and you're going to go ahead and hold and wait for pulses. Again, if you need more time, stop this video and then start it again. Now we're going to go down to a heart point. So go from the pinky finger here, and you're going to come right here on the inside of the wrist. Tap this point. And then pause, and you're going to hold this. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and do the other side quickly, just so that you'll be able to not stop this video and just keep stopping and starting it, but you won't have to rewind it to the other side. Start on the back of the hand. Again, going for that small intestine point, tap here. And then you're going to pause the video and hold here and get pulses under your fingers. Okay. Then you are going to move from the triple warmer finger down to about here. And you can really feel in here to see where it feels a little sore. Tap that sore spot. And then you're going to pause, because any place that's sore, a little tender, there's just stagnant energy there. So tapping and holding these points is going to help to move that energy through that point. So if you think about, if you have any stagnant chi, stagnant energy, or energy's not moving through your body, not only energy can pull, but so can toxins in that area. Okay, so now we're going to go down from the index finger to right here, about where you start to feel the muscular junction here, and you're going to tap here. And then you're going to pause and hold here. Again, waiting to feel pulses through your fingertips. And then you're going to flip the arm over, come in a little bit on the inside here. So going up from the thumb, you're going to tap here. This is a lung point. And then you're going to pause it. Wait to feel pulses in the point. Then we're going to go down and in here. Again, this is a pericardium point. You're going to tap here. And then you're going to pause and hold here to wait to feel pulses through the points. And then you're going to go down here for the heart point, right under the pinky finger, and tap here. And then you're going to pause and hold, wait to feel pulses. Okay. After you've done this on the right and the left side, and maybe even later in your day, you can trace from the back of the hand up over the elbow, and then come down off the inside of the arm. Do it again. Up the elbow and down the inside of the arm. You're going to go up the back of the arm over the elbow, down the inside of the arm, and up the back of the arm over the elbow and down the inside of the arm. Same thing on the other side. Go up the back of the arm, turn the arm over, and come off the fingertips. Up the back of the arm, flip it over, go off the fingertips. Up the back of the arm, flip it over, go off the fingertips. Up the back of the arm, flip it over, and go off the fingertips. So tracing like this can help you stimulate all these points again and get more benefit, more blood, chi movement through your limbs and through these meridians to reinforce the work you put in earlier in the day. Now we're going to move on to the leg points. Okay, so let's go ahead to move to the points on the calf and the ankle. So you're going to do this simultaneously on both feet. And I'm just going to slide here so that you can see my feet here. Okay, and you're going to start by finding the point behind and below your medial malleolus here. So the bone on the inside of your ankle, go below it and to the side of it, just like that, and tap this point, these points on both sides for about 10 times. Then you're going to hold that point, these points again until you feel strong matching pulses. So just wait to feel some pulses. And again, you can stop this video and start it right after you feel strong matching pulses. And then you're going to move up to the next point. So you go up about 2 inches above this bone and just feel in here for a tender spot. That's going to be the next set of points. You're going to go ahead and tap here simultaneously about 10 times. And then pause and wait to feel strong matching pulses in these points. And again, if it takes you more time, go ahead and stop the video and wait and hold till you feel those pulses. You want to wait and probably feel pulses for about 10 times. Then you're going to move a little bit further up. So now you're about 4 or 5 inches up here along that same line. But you're really going behind the bone here. Be careful, do not go in the front here, come behind. Now, when we get to this point, I'm going to recommend that if you're pregnant, do not do this specific point. If you're pregnant, you can do these points here and then the ones closest to the medial malleolus. Don't do this one because it's very close to another point that is a forbidden point for pregnancy. So skip this point if you are pregnant, okay? And then we're going to pause here, hold these points again till you feel pulses come up in them. Okay, and then we're going to move up just a little bit higher. So you're actually going to go in line with, you see where my muscle pops out here, okay? You're going to come just a little bit behind the line we've been traced in, okay? Just a little bit behind that. And you're going to, so make muscle on both sides. We're going to just a little bit behind. That's another kidney point. And just feel in that muscle belly. Where it soars, where you're going to tap. Tap that point. And then you're just going to pause and hold and wait for pulses. Okay. Just hold that while I find the next point. Okay, then we're going to go a little bit higher and then in. And now we're going to go closer to the tibia bone. So rub in a little bit and see if you feel a tender spot there. And you're going to tap those points. This is now a liver point. And then you're going to pause and wait to feel pulses here. And now we're going to just go in between the tibia and the fibula. So you're just going to slide off that medial edge a little diagonally here. And you're going to go right in here. There should be a little bit of a tender spot you can find. And that's now a spleen point. Tap that point. about 10 times, and then you're going to pause and hold it. And again, wait to feel about pulses for about 10 times. Okay, then we move to the other points on the other side of the leg. So find your kneecap here, your patella, and you're just going to go diagonally out from it, and right above your patella, lateral to it, you're going to tap here. These are stomach points. So go ahead and tap those, and then pause and wait to see if you can feel pulses there. And when you feel pulses, you're just getting energy through the point. Okay, now we're going to go down the outside of the leg here. And the way you're going to find this next point is, again, where that calf muscle comes out, bulges out here, you're going to go slightly under it and then in. And there's two gallbladder points here that we're going to stimulate. So look for any spot right in that area that feels tender, and you're going to actually tap. Okay, to make sure you find it, you can do wider fingers, or you could even tap with your hand like this. So again, make a muscle, go down a little bit from it, and then in and tap about 10 times, and then just hold that point till you feel some pulses and then some energy. And then you're going to find the second to last point. You're going to go down, and if you're pregnant, you also do not want to do this point either. So skip this one if you're pregnant. And you're going to find the lateral malleolus and the tendon above it. So go right kind of behind the tendon and just above that bone, behind the tendon on this side and just above that bone. And you're going to tap those points. This is a bladder 59 point, but bladder 60 is a forbidden point for pregnancy. So do not tap this point if you are pregnant. Just skip it. And then pause and hold. Pardon the siren. We are in New York City, and sometimes these things happen. Just say a little prayer for whoever that siren is going to help, that they get the help and the care that they need. Okay, and last but not least, we are going to go to the last point, which is bladder 63, which is going to be on the side of your foot here. If you go down along the bone of your pinky toe, right underneath of it, there's a little bulge that comes out, and then underneath of it is where bladder 63 is. Find it on one side, and then find it on the other. Go down from that bone, underneath the bulge, right there, and then you're going to tap both those points. And then after you tap those points for about 10 times, you're going to hold them to wait to feel pulses in those about 10 or so. And again, the more you do this, the faster you'll get pulses. And then you are going to trace from the points on the inside. So you're going to go behind the ankle bone. You're going to trace up the leg. Slowly, you're going to go over the knee and down the outside of the leg and off the pinky toe. Inside of the ankle, behind that ankle bone, tracing up, over the top of the knee, down the outsides of your legs and off your pinkies, insides of your calves, up over your knee, down the outsides and off your pinkies, and again, inside up, over your knee, down and out. We'll do one more for good measure. Come all the way up, over, and come down. That completes the Z-Cleft series. And after you do that entire series, later in the day, if you want to re-stimulate those points and you don't have a lot of time to hold them, you could just tap up the points. You'll begin to memorize them the more that you do them. And then you could trace, go up and down and up and down. Or if you don't remember where the points are, you just want to trace, you'll be re-stimulating those. So I found that I had to do this protocol after I got the vaccine several times. I did it actually on my way to the vaccination site, on my way from the vaccination site in a taxi. I did it again when I got home before I went to sleep that night. And then I did it about 4 times the following day. So I woke up, I felt a little fatigued. I did it, that fatigue lifted, I felt better, and I went for a walk in the park. After I went for a walk in the park, I felt tired. I did the protocol again as I rested, and then I was able to go out to the store because I had more energy. I did it again before dinner after my trip to the store, and then again before bed, one more time the following morning, and then I felt pretty good. And I only really had fatigue symptoms from the shot. And again, it lifted and was alleviated by this protocol. So you are helping to cleanse your blood when you do this, and you're moving chi and energy through your system so that you're helping your body cleanse and detox basically after the shot. You're removing heat from your system that could be building up as a immune response. Now, you are not inhibiting an immune response as you're doing this. You're just helping your body, giving it more energy to process the vaccine in your system, the same way you would if, for example, you did get a virus. You could use this to move heat through your system as well, and it can alleviate symptoms of joint achiness and muscular tension and pain. Go ahead and download and open up the resource, the exercise resource that goes with this, because it does show you specific issues that each one of these points can help with. And notice that, do I feel any relief from any normal pains I may have from doing this protocol? And gee, which ones helped for maybe specifically what I have? Because each one of these points can be very valuable to work, tap, and hold on its own too. I hope this helps. Leave me some comments below and let me know how this worked for you and your reaction to the vaccine. I'd love to hear about it. And I'm wishing you an easy, peaceful, and also energizing, hopefully with this routine, time getting the vaccine. And also, I was feeling so relieved after I got it because of the just weight off my mind and the freedom that I think it's going to open up for all of us. So I hope this works for you. Let me know how it goes, and sending you so much love, joy, peace, and relief.